Hello everyone and welcome to Seasonal Watch. Today we're watching My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. Episode 10. We're slowly getting there. I'm quite a bit behind, so I'm gonna have to catch up this week. Probably gonna release multiple videos, maybe even today, who knows. But let's get back on track here, because we're getting closer to the end, if I catch up. Now, what happened last episode? It was when she started her part-time job and working at the convenience store. And Yamada even went there and everything. They went back together. And she was thinking, like, for some reason it would be bad or dangerous if she got involved with him. But she was starting to get a cold and everything. And at night she was called in to do an extra shift because the person wasn't showing up, even though she was starting to feel sick. Meanwhile, at high school, I guess, Yamada was with his friend, and that girl was also a friend, but there was also this whole talk about love and everything, and was very conscious about Yamada's thought about this. And they talked about the clan, and she was curious about Akane and everything. So I do wonder if she has some feelings for Yamada that she's just trying to hold back or something. But I guess we'll see about that later, if there is such a thing. But right now, there's another problem. Because with that extra shift, and her not being in her best condition, Akane is spent. She's very much drained. Like, she's very sick. She doesn't have energy to even walk around, really. And she's out of food. She can't call Momo because Momo's not answering the call out on a group date. I think the doctor is unavailable right now on the weekend. This late in the weekend, so she's going to just eat some food for now, but she's out of food, so she decides to go to the market to buy some. Decides to take it, since she doesn't want to bother people in the train, she decides to take a bicycle. But she's in the condition to ride a bike, you know. But as she gets to the bicycle rack, she just falls over and can't even get up because how bad her state is. However, due to luck, Yamada was nearby and he heard that and went to check. So he's helping Akane and holding her up. He's just drowsy and dreaming, thinking that this is not real. And that's where we ended. So here's to see what happens. I think that's about it. So let's find out, really. As a reminder, this is a time reaction, which means you sync up your own version with mine as we'll watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect to. With that being said, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go.
Akane-san, 聞こえますか?
Yeah. He
持ち上げますね。
picks her up. We're starting right back where we left off, huh? But we're still gonna play the opening. That was just a reminder of what happened last episode, you know? How it ended. And then we're going to the opening. Instead of jumping directly to the opening, they want to get us back in the rhythm of things. The music's nice. Like, anything special, but still fun. And I keep forgetting his name, the strawberry farmer. This is my favorite part, though. With them walking in different directions, and now they're avatars. Still walking different directions, just different from the ones before. And she's in front, and his other friend is beside him. Ah, yeah, I forgot about that. That herself is in the guild, not her avatar. I do like this lapse just showing the place and skipping different times with what she's doing. Yeah, that's. Oh, they're still around. So, well, where did he go that he
家庭教
left
師の
them?
バイトが長引いてるのかもね。
Oh,
にしたっ
tutoring
て連
session.
絡物とか珍しいよな。案外女と遊んでたりして。
He's out
そ
with a
の前
girl.
の電話も怪しかったしな。
Okay, that was
全
another
く
day.
そういうキャラじゃないでしょ。
分か
Yeah,
ってないな。
she keeps
院長。
insisting,
そんなのんびりしてるとパッと現れ
or
た
you
女の
lose
女
him
に
to some
取られ
random
ちゃう
girl.
ぞ。
Oh,
分かってるよ。
okay. So, yeah, I've that's confirmation about her feelings. Yeah, and he knew about it. These things you meet one. I mean, especially if you don't do anything. That's why she went up to him. Oh, she's even from a different class. And his friends just
見たら帰ってくださいね。
もちろん。
椿ちゃん、後で俺の華麗なプレーも見て。
and she went to this place that quickly. Of course, with a friend as well, but she's watching over him play. That's how it all started. But hey, I was wrong. I thought this we're gonna have this being talked about later, and we were gonna focus on the whole situation for Akane now. But no, we're focused on Tsubaki first, then going to Akane. Oh. So was she the one that suggested him to go pro? Because I was waiting to see his answer. Like, does he already play pro, or if that was a good idea or something? But yeah, you didn't take your shot, and he just moved on without knowing. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
している割に物静かで控えめで、そっけない物言いの割に結構親切なんだって。
Someone speaks so
彼と
bluntly,
仲いい
he's
人な
thoughtful.
らみんな知ってる。
Yeah, those close
そ
to
れ
him
から
understand what that means.
私先週委員会で一緒になってすごく助けてもらってそれで
話したことありましたっけ？
God,
少し残酷だってことも。
he does not have a big memory of things. They even think like maybe he's gay, since no, not even that girl can do it. Yeah, like that rumor. But he's not the kind that cares about that. Yeah, he had no interest in romance. Oh, nothing to say anymore? Oh,
昔俺のこと好きになってくれた子がいて、
oh, he's talking about that memory
すっ
before,
げえい
right?
じめられてて、
Yeah.
ほぼ不登校みたいな感じだったんですけど、
Yeah, that we got some
家
glimpse
が近いから
when we
病
thought
院にいろい
a
ろ
small
届け
part of
物
their
を頼まれて、
conversations.
そのうち仲良くなっ
But
た。
okay. So now we're getting more of that story.
たまに学校に来ても俺がいないと居場所がないみたいで、なるべくその子のそばにいるようにしてました。
Being her friend. Not necessarily. Like, I guess you can like as a friend, not necessarily as a love interest. Yeah. Okay, so not even that. Just because the teacher told him to, basically. She got attached to him, but he had no attachment to her. Even though that still lingers in his mind. I mean, right thing, complicated. What you want to hear is one thing. What you feel might not correlate with that, and that's what caused this problem. But if you were to say what you want to hear, you wouldn't feel as good. So the right thing is complicated.
そっか。この人自分にあんまり興味がないんだ。だから自分に好意を向ける人もちゃんと見えていない。
That's why he doesn't see the people that care
そ
about.
れか、わざと見ないようにしてるんだ。
That's interesting. I didn't think about that. Listen, I better make sure I don't fall for this guy. And then skip ahead, and she fell for him. Oh my god, Akane. Oh, look at him taking care of her. Yeah, she needs. Oh my god. Just made a pool with the water. Yeah, she's very sick. It's 9:40. No, 8:40. My bad.
苦しい、暑い、寒い。
Hot, cold. She's just.
なんだろ
Her
う、
mind's a mess.
目の奥で目が
Yeah, her head is spinning. Makes sense.
今私どうなってるんだろう。
Like, she really needs to go to a doctor.
あかねさん、あかねさん、
Now,
あかねさん、
is she gonna be awake enough to realize this, or she still think that she's sleeping? Bag. Yeah, see? She's like, I could swear he was here just now. He's carrying you. Look at that. Look, look how bad she is. IV drip. Okay, so they show the time to show how much time had passed, which is about 5 hours and a half.
私あの後寝ちゃったのか。結局
買い物行けなかった。
Yes, you never made it to the store, but so much
なん
happened.
かちょっとだけ
You don't even realize you were in the hospital. Wow. He took you to the hospital and back, and you fell asleep over there. Look how caring he is.
は
I like the thermometer. Yeah, I'm not sure you should be opening the window right now. Why are you here? Because he saved your life. And see, you opened the window with the cold air. Nope. See, she's thinking about other people and not herself. Like, if you catch this, it would be bad, but if it wasn't for him, you would be in a much worse situation.
そういえば起きた時少し
Mm-hmm.
マシになったなって思った。
But you're overexerting yourself
様子見
quickly.
に来たら駐輪場でへたり込んでましたよ。
そうなの？そういえ
Yeah.
ば山田みたいな何かを一瞬見た気がしたけど、じゃあ本当に山田が助けてくれた。
Sure was. Someone like me, that line, like, doesn't give herself as much value. Mm-hmm. He sure saved your life. The emotions into the fever. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember her saying that right now. Maybe when like they met.
あれ、その本。
暇だったんで勝手に借りて読んでました。
いい本でしょ。私これにすっごく救われたんだ。
よくわからなかった
When
です。
going through a breakup.
山田には
The
関
book.
係ない本だよ。山田はどちらかっていうと振る方が多いと思う。
Also, he never has been in a relationship, you know? Yeah, she's overexerting herself. Hmm. Yeah. That still haunts him to this day. It wasn't exactly a relationship that he dumped her, but it has a similar feel to it. Sorry and exhausted disappear.
今となってはね、嘘つかないではっきり振ってくれてよかったかなって
Yeah,
思ったりするよ。
I don't know how much he was up with the other girl, but at least he went up to her and told this instead of just keeping it hidden for who knows how long, and maybe going to that convention with her still, even though he was supposedly dating Akane. So there's that. I'd rather he remember me smiling instead of crying. Yeah. Want them to remember the good times. And Yamada only remembers this for crying.
ごめんね。ずっと一緒にいてくれて
Hey,
ありがとう。
look at that. She's being thankful for you too, you know? Look at that smile. Just saying goodbye, but with a smile, you know? Trying to be positive about it. Tough, but sometimes you just have to go through it.
そうですね。
And that might actually be helping Yamada get over it. And there's Tsubaki. Wait, was 135, but wasn't it like 1-5 or something? I mean 2-5 early in the episode, or did I misread that and it was like 1-5?
もしここにいるのが山田じゃない男の人だったらめちゃくちゃ焦ったんだろうな。何なんだろう。
Can see his angel wings.
安心安全な感じ。
I mean, maybe the fact that he did save your life
本人
kind
に
of
とっ
helps.
ては災難だよね。ただでさえ女性苦手なのに。
To see she was able to. Oh. Wow. Painting agony. Oh my god. That situation. And he's just trying to help. Good dodges. Oh, can't win them all. He was able to help her out. The cramp. Wasn't that bad, huh? I mean, it's just certainly acted as if it was that bad. Not like when you were sleeping while he was fixing the computer.
私
He was looking at you.
なんでこの人のこと
Shot though.
安心って
Relax and safe. Look at that. She feels relaxed and safe when she's with him. Yeah, it's also a bit conscious, which who can blame her?
何なんで笑うの？
別に。
なんで笑うの？違うから。
Hey, he's laughing. That was nice. But yeah. See, this Yamada, Tsubaki's not seeing this Yamada because she missed her shot. And now his attention is on Akane. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Yeah, I still don't get the fish thing and the eyeliner. Like, maybe some explanation. Was that UFO thing always there? And I just missed it before? I'm sorry. I do not remember that whole UFO incident in the ending. That totally caught me off guard. How do you not remember that? Like, I thought the whole time was her just walking on that tightrope. Look at that. Certainly got me by surprise. And then after credit.
じゃあ帰ります。
Look at that. He spent the night
まだ
over.
学校行くの？
はい、慣れてますから。
Use.
ね
Oh my
本当
god.
にもし調子悪くなったりしたら言って。あと病院のこともいろいろありがとね。今度改めてお礼するから。
Yeah. After she got her head on straight, she heard everything again. Feel like she's
じゃあお邪魔しました。
so close.
すいません。そんな近くにいると思わなくて。
いや、ごめん。私が近すぎた。体が
Like
手に吸い寄せられるみたいに。
her body is getting drawn towards. That's interesting.
あかねさん、俺行かないと。
Grab me onto him. I guess that's in a way to say that she got attached to him. Now she's just spouting things.
Oh, お大事に。
And that's how we end things. Simple as that. And that's the episode. Okay, so I thought we were gonna have this separated into 2 episodes. One focused on Akane's sickness, and another focused on Tsubaki. But instead, we just rammed them together into 1 episode. Had Tsubaki go first. Which is very strange considering we had that glimpse of the scene of him picking her Akane up at the bicycle rack before the opening, and then we jumped to Tsubaki. Like, that felt like they were setting the mood with that short scene before the opening, but then they changed the track. So that was a bit weird, but... So, it is confirmed that Tsubaki does have feelings for Yamada, and their friend does know that. That's why, like, she's always like, no, he's not like that. She's so sure about things, but hey, things change. And if you don't get involved, you can't blame him if he gets involved with other people. Which, in this case, is what's happening here. She had the feelings, but she never told him about them, and now he's has his focus on Akane, which I guess she did have her doubts about that. That's why she even was asking him about it last episode. She saw him in the call and everything. Now, so disappeared, and their friend mentioned, like, hey, he could be hanging out with a girl and everything. Yeah. So, it all started with her having played a game with him, a match with him. Apparently he goes just by Yamada, and she knew it was him and not some other Yamada in Japan. Don't really know. I think there was something about the SNS, or like the messaging that she was able to get from the game, I guess. Not really sure how, but hey. So she went to talk to him about it, and apparently the friend was right that she thought he cheated because how well he did. So she wanted to see firsthand him doing it. And so the two of them went over to his house and watched him play, and she was amazed at his skills. Like, oh, people can be this good. You should go professional. Now, I waited to hear to see if he thought, like, not a bad idea, or actually, I am. Instead, he gave no answer, just looked at her, you know. But we know now that he is a professional now, so maybe she did give the idea. And she, learning more about him over time, she was like, no, he's too much trouble. Too much to handle, you know. I should never fall in love with someone like him. And yet, here we are.
Yamada-kun, GOSE って知ってる？ FPS のゲームなんだけど、あなたやってるよね。T クラスの椿ゆかりです。YT03 って名前で昨日あなたと戦って。それでもしよければ、プレイ中の手元を見せてほしいんだけど。
お前チート疑われてる。
見たら帰ってくださいね。
もちろん。本当はちょっと疑ってたの。あんなプレイを実力だけでできるのかなって。すごい人もいるのね。プロになった方がいいんじゃない？そっけない物言いの割に結構親切なんだって。彼と仲いい人ならみんな知ってる。この人を好きにならないようにしなきゃ。こんな残酷な人に恋をしたらきっといつか傷つく。それは嫌。
そんなのんびりしてるとパッと現れたどっかの女に取られちゃうぞ。
分かってるもん。脅かさないで。
そんなに思い詰めるくらいならさっさと言えばいいのに。
私が出会ったみたいにいつか誰かと出会ってしまう。
So like I said, you missed 100% of the shots you don't take, and well, you didn't take this shot, and Akane is the one that showed up later. So I think we're gonna actually talk about Yamada first here, because she even had that whole analysis of him, how he doesn't really care what others think of him, but it's more like he doesn't really care about himself. And so he doesn't really see what others see in him, kind of thing. So because he doesn't value himself that much, he doesn't really see how others value him. Which does go along with when he was talking to Akane during the Culture Festival. How he considers him just a nobody and considers Akane high praise. So that does go along with that idea. And it's kind of a self-sabotage kind of mentality. Makes you feel like you don't deserve any of this, so you don't really get involved, or if you do, you end up making it worse. Thankfully, that second option never happened. It was more of the first option. And yeah, even though he acts so cold and everything, and very direct, he is caring if you learn more about him. You know, get over that outer surface, get through that. You learn more how much he cares, and that was very much showcased here when he cared about Akane. He went to check up on her, saw that she was very sick by the bicycle rack, took her to her place, went to buy some, I think he went to buy some medicine and water, tried to give her to her. It was a no-go. And seeing how feverish she was and everything, he took her to the hospital, where they gave her IV drops and everything to her back, and stayed overnight with her, making sure that she was okay. So yeah, he's very caring for someone that first seemed to be so cold. But he maybe because he has no interest in himself, he has no knowledge or interest in romance. But at the same time, there's that whole traumatic thing from the past of that girl that was being bullied, so the teacher tried to get him involved to help out, and he was the one that her anchor that was able to help her and everything, got her back to school and everything, but people still bullied her, and so he was the one thing she was able to get attached to, and that's why she would say like, yeah, they're bullying me, but I'm okay with it as long as I have you with me. However, he was just doing this because of the teacher. He had no attachment to her himself. So he's like, yeah, I can't promise you that's always gonna be a thing, you know? And that crushed her, because she saw that she wasn't that important to him, as nowhere near as he was to her. So eventually she moved away, and before we would see just her devastated and everything, but after his talk with Akane about breakups and everything, we did see that she gave her farewell, trying to smile among the tears, you know? Trying to make him remember her as someone happy. A good memory. Even though, until this point, he would only have this crushing feeling when he ended up devastating her. And like I said, it's kind of hard to say what would be the right choice here, because their feelings were not in the same level, so somebody would not be very comfortable with the situation. But even this situation for Akane is helping him move on. So, very healthy for him, you know?
そっか。この人、自分にあんまり興味がないんだ。だから自分に好意を向ける人もちゃんと見えていない。
もし山田に彼女できたら泣くやつとかいいんだろうな。学校は荒れそう。
ただ俺みたいなつまんないやつに茜さんみたいな人は高嶺の花なのであんまり考えたことはなかったっすけど、昔俺のこと好きになってくれた子がいて、その子すっげえいじめられてて、ほぼ不登校みたいな感じだったんですけど、ただたまに学校に来ても俺がいないと居場所がないみたいで、なるべくその子のそばにいるようにしてました。俺はただ担任にそうしろって言われたからそうしてただけです。最後に話をした時すごく泣かせて、なんて言えば正解だったのかたまに考えるんですけど。
いじめられても別に平気。アキトくんがいればいい。大人になってもずっと一緒にいようね。
そんなのわからないよ。
それ以来女の人すごい苦手です。
たくまもそんな顔してた。なんか申し訳なくてしんどくて消えたいなみたいな顔。いつかどうせ思い出にされて懐かしむ時に泣きわめく私より笑ってる私を思い出してほしいし。
ごめんね。ずっと一緒にいてくれてありがとう。さよなら。
And now we have Akane, who I mentioned before in the episode where Runa set up with that basically blind date. How she is too kind for her own good. And here's another example of that. She was basically dying of sickness there, and her first thought was they don't want Yamada to be involved in this, or else he would get sick, you know? She was just thinking of Yamada getting sick, did not have any mind about her state, because if he wasn't there, she would be in a whole lot of trouble. He saved her life. All she thought about was like, he shouldn't be here because he could get sick. So that kindness to others, and once again, not valuing oneself. Because there was a moment there, I don't remember the exact wording she said she thought, but it showed that she did not value herself that much. Which is kind of similar to Yamada. So they need to learn self-value before anything, really. It's very important so that you can move on and be with other people. But with all this connections with Yamada, everything, like, she's always looking for him, he's always helping her. She is becoming attached to him so much that she is unconsciously attracted towards him. In the physical sense, I guess. But yeah, he's very much being her caretaker here since she can't take care of herself right now. And I'm not saying in the sense that she's too sick to move, but in her mentality, really. So yeah, they need to work on that.
まあ私も知らない人がいた時点でさっさと帰ればよかったわけだし、それより普通に遊べなかったのが残念かな。っていうかまず何か食べないと。昨日から何も食べてない。嘆いてても誰も助けてくれないから。動かなければ死あるのみ。バスはやめよう。金ばらまく。そうだ、自転車だ。これ夢じゃないの？なんでいるの？っていうか映ったらやばい。痛い。心配して様子見に来てくれたのかな。風邪移っちゃうかもしれないのにずっといてくれたのかな。なんでこんな優しいんだろう。
夜間も受け付けてる病院探して
私なんかのために体が勝手に吸い寄せられるみたいに。
So we focus on these three characters this episode. Tsubaki just missing her shot because she didn't move forward in time, and eventually he moved on without knowing. There's Yamada, who doesn't really see himself and so has no value on what others see in him. Needs to learn that. Maybe that's also related why he has no romantic interest in stuff. That and that trauma from his child self, but it seemed like Akane's helped him move on from that, so that's one step forward. We need a couple more steps here. And then there's Akane, who thankfully got past her breakup. Like, she's actually very thankful for the situation, how things ended and everything. How things were in the beginning of the series. But she still needs to move forward before, even though she's constantly is getting close to Yamada, she still needs to value herself before this becomes a thing. But yeah, that's all for this episode. Hopefully I'll be able to record the next episode soon enough. But with that being said, see you next time. Bye!